Among the various things to celebrate with the release of Vultures 1, like the album going #1 in back-to-back weeks, and the overall success of songs like Carnival, there's still one glaring issue that was supposed to be fixed a long time ago.
I love leaking!
There is truly a lot to love about Vultures 1, but there's also no denying that some songs can be a bit tough to listen to purely due to the mixing. Most apparent on songs like King and Hoodrat, the mixes were so unfinished that even the vast majority of listeners were complaining in unison about them, and usually that's a sign that something is very, very wrong. After the album's release, we heard from Ye himself that they were going to be updating the mixes.
All the producers, all the engineers, all the people that was up like 20 hours in a row, like tracks, I don't even think he's here. I think he's still in the studio. You know how we do, we put an album out, we still be mixing it afterwards, reading Reddit comments and stuff like.
And he directed producer London on the track to spearhead the initiative. This led to fans sending London tons and tons of mixing requests with things to change on basically every single song, and London even previewed some of these changes on Instagram Lives, proving he was hard at work.
I take it off the board, headboard.
London also confirmed directly on Twitter to multiple fans that specific songs had been fixed, which was phenomenal news, except that the new mixes literally never dropped. At most, we got an updated mix on Carnival when it was re-released as a single, but the most apparent change was just raising the level of Kanye's vocals, and Carnival itself was probably one of the better mixed songs on release, considering tracks like Hoodrat and King were borderline unlistenable for some fans.
What make a real breathtaker? Real rum shaker, do that with what her mama gave her. 911, let me call my savior. Jesus on the main line, brand new t-shirt. Don't make me stain mine. Drank so much, she throwing up my gang sign. What make a real breath taker? Real rum shaker, do that with what her mama gave her. 911, let me call my savior. Jesus on the main line, brand new t-shirt. Don't make me stain mine. Drank so much, she throwing up my gang sign. I'm still king. Paparazzi love me, they show up to everything. I can play you double, let me put you on a team. White Castle to Italian castles, we did everything. Sell out every stadium, bitch, we got every ring. I don't give a I'm still king. Paparazzi love me, they show up to everything. I can play you double, let me put you on a team. White Castle to Italian castles, we did everything. Sell out every stadium, bitch, we got every ring. I don't give a
A lot of Hoodrat's overall criticism came down to its beat, and I think 100% if the mix was better on it, that people would be complaining way less. The real root of this issue is finding out who is responsible for the final mixes that were released on DSPs, which to our knowledge falls solely on the shoulders of Anthony Kilhofer. In the past, Kanye has turned to people like Mike Dean and Irko to handle final album mixes, with Mike doing Donda 2 and Irko doing Donda, but for Vultures 1, he decided to give that power to Kilhofer, and we are unfortunately paying the price for it. Kilhofer is an absurdly talented musician, but Vultures 1 has some very glaring mix issues. So if I were Kanye, I would personally be looking to boot Kilhofer off final mixing duties, or at least pair him up with someone like Mike Dean or Irko, because Vultures 2 absolutely cannot suffer from the same issues. I know some people will say only nerds notice the poor mixes, or it just depends how you listen to the album, but when you have tracks like Hoodrat and King that are universally complained about, that's a sign that Kanye completely missed the mark in that category. And if he wants to seriously challenge Billboard top charts with Vultures 2, the mixes need to be bulletproof the day that the new songs drop. I think it was definitely not a good idea for Kanye to openly admit he was going to fix the mixes if he never actually intended on it, because then that just gets fans' hopes up. Of course, Kanye gonna Kanye, and I think he would like to update the mixes, but is probably now just too busy with Vultures 2 to really care, which is why I say things need to be done and dusted for the album's release. One of Kanye's downfalls with his recent album releases is that he kind of assumes that he'll be able to keep working and updating things post-release. release, which really should not be something he continues to fall back on. Mixes can strongly influence first impressions of an album, and as we know, first impressions are everything, so the product needs to be finished and actually mixed on or before the final drop date. The mix problem falls into the bucket of album issues that could easily be taken care of with a little extra time and smart planning, but those are two resources that Kanye seems to be in short order of recently. I would absolutely love to say that he's learned from his Vultures 1 mistakes and Vultures 2 will go much more smoothly, but I think realistically he's probably going to do the exact same thing, and we will once again have to be begging people like London to fix glaring issues post-release. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and let me know down in the comments if the poor Vultures 1 mixes have had a negative effect on your listening experience so far.